In many respects, you have to laugh at these particularly sort of, right-on cool people. The ones that sort of take over things, and then the hardcore people like you and I that have bought it for years, maybe even liked it, cherished it, were tossed to one side, because now suddenly, no, they're going for a different kind of people, the sort of thing. Well, it's happened over at Vogue recently. They've got a brand new editor, and as you can see, definitely one who wants to make her mark, and there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody starts out wanting to do that. Totally understand it, but you've got to be very careful the sort of topics that you pick, particularly for a glossy magazine that's in declining mode. Vogue was the sort of Bible, wasn't it, ladies, for everybody of a certain era, particularly like the 1940s, 50s, 60s. It was the sort of thing where if you were seen with that, well, you had a bit of money, and more importantly, you had a bit of class, even if you couldn't, of course, afford to buy them. I don't know if you've picked up Vogue of late, but what I've noticed is this: it's just full of adverts, so you might as well just look at the adverts and look at the things that you can't actually afford, the sort of thing I mean. But this particular feature that was supposed to really set everything off and become a huge success for this brand new editor has really well and truly backfired. Let me explain. Hi, as you can see, we're here today in Parliament once again. Busy couple of days, and it's really all about the fact that the government over here have wholeheartedly decided to let our old age pensioners freeze this winter by kicking out their winter fuel allowance. 100%, oh yes, and gleeful many of them were. Of course they were terrible, and it was hard cuts and everything like that, but there's still so much benefits going to everywhere around the world. You know that phrase, wherever you are in the world, look after your own first. Nothing better, nothing bigger, is there? Well, this is the problem again over on Vogue magazine, because for her, sort of big brainchild launch, this particular lady, the editor, decided, yes, to feature these particular lady MPs from Labour. Brand new government, brand new times. The thing is, before this even went to publication, many of them were kicked out on suspension for defying the British Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer. Now, with the winter fuel allowance being, and I'm not laughing at that, I'm just laughing at the whole stupidity of it. And this is the thing, now with the winter fuel allowance going a little bit, shall we say, haywire, to say the least, a lot of people are now tossing this magazine to one side, and many people, in fact, I've spoken to, said they wish they got a refund. It's an absolute shambles. And it goes back to the thing, doesn't it, what I was saying before. You really shouldn't mix politics and show business. You shouldn't try to. It doesn't work, it's not big, and it's not clever. But clearly, this particular individual at Vogue, who of course is her boss, is none other than the formidable Anna Wintour. Well, she's going to have a lot of explaining to do, because far from this being a big flag waving, look, we're all women in power, it's truly backfired. Now, I don't wish this well on her, but the bottom line is it's best to stick to, good looking celebrities, people that have achieved things, maybe Oscar winning actresses, and even if they mention something slightly political, it can be presented in a more palatable way. This lot apparently have really turned, well, Vogue readers well and truly off. So much so that for a while they had to turn off the comment section on their own website. Wow, how tricky is that? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.